Let's go. It's your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best in me. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
What's up, people? This is a new episode of Awesome Entertainment. It's your boy, Joel Awesome. All right, we talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. So this movie has hit $1 billion already. It's been out for like less than 7 days. It ain't been a week. All right, you can start watching on Thursday. It's Tuesday. It already made $1 billion. It's insane. I thought the movie would make $1 billion. I thought it'd make like 1.5 or something like that, but it's gonna crush that. It's probably gonna make 2, maybe even 3. This might break in-game record. All right, so I feel all alone, but I'm gonna die on this hill alone. I thought the movie was very lower mid, not high mid, like low mid. The action scenes were fantastic. The webbing was fantastic. The visuals were fantastic. The storyline, I just wasn't buying. So these are my 10 issues I got with this movie. I'm gonna make it quick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me I'm crazy. I must be crazy because I just didn't understand why. I understand why it's making a lot of money. It's Spider-Man. Who ain't gonna go see this? I'm finna go see it again. When somebody get back in time, we finna go see it again. But there's just 10 things that everybody's loving about this movie that I just don't understand. Number one, the friendship. All right, everybody's like, this is a friend. I get why he likes these people. Y'all are complete strangers. I don't understand how you can quickly just become friends with MJ. It's just the MJ. It's really the MJ thing, okay? Like, she had the whole speech of "I don't love you," and I'm like, why are you telling this to a stranger? I would have read the note, been like, all right, cool. Telling somebody "I don't love you" is gonna hurt their feelings. And you asked him, "Did you mean for me to find this note?" And he was like, "Nah, I didn't mean for you to find the note." So, like, if I knew, like, some chick, she liked me or whatever, and she wrote this letter, and I knew that it wasn't finna happen, I'm not gonna break it down like, "I don't love you." I'm like, hey, look, that's cool and all, but, I kind of want to go home. I'll just be like, yo, let me just go home. But, like, at the end of the day, you got me living with this crazy Punisher. I just didn't buy the whole friendship of them, the whole friends getting back together. And number one thing that is like, yo, Peter Parker has so many friends. You know what I mean? Like Spider-Man and friends. Like, we could have made some new friends. Like I said, Bobby Drake, Iceman. You know what I mean? Firestar. We could have threw Black Cat in the mix. We could have brought in Harry Osborn. There's just so many options. It's like, I just felt like it was redundant going back to this. 2, everybody saying he's a new character. I feel like this is the same guy. We're going back to the same thing. So not only did we, the maturity that took 6 movies for him to reach in, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, and his 3 movies was that he was like, yo, I can't be Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I got to pick one. Right. And I get it. I agree with the fact that he needs to be both. That was the end of the movie. That was the whole idea of the movie. But I was like, he could be both with some different friends. He could be both he could have figured it out any other way than going back to your old friends. This just killed me. 3, Spider-Man has the best rogues gallery in the history of superheroes. The only person who can compete with Spider-Man's rogues gallery is Batman. And I think Batman has a longer list, but Spider-Man's are a little bit more fleshed out, just to me. I think Spider-Man has the best rogues gallery. But we didn't get to see his villains except Scorpion. And my issue is like, Scorpion, at least give him the act. Scorpion is he's not like an Omega level mutant or nothing. Like, he's not that big. He's a street level guy, but give him his acid. If he don't shoot acid at his tail, that ain't Scorpion to me. I'm like, the dude is already weak. You know what I mean? Give him the one thing that make him solid. The 4th thing, this. What is this? Is he Man Spider? Is it Venom? why is he transforming now? His senses are overloaded, but his senses weren't overloaded when he was in the vastness of space going to fight Thanos on Titan. Like, there's so many other. He went on a suicide mission with Tony Stark. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he wasn't overloading his senses then. So why are his senses overloaded now? I think it was just they trying to kind of give him a level up. They try to make him stronger than before. I didn't think he needed to level up. Actually, I just didn't think he needed to level up. I thought he was as strong as he needed to be. He already has all the tech helping him. So I didn't think he needed to level up. And the fact that it wasn't Man Spider, or maybe I think it might be the Venom symbiote. We might find out in Secret Wars. But one of my reasons why I get so frustrated with these movies is that it's like, oh, they'll tell us later, or we'll find out later. Well, Eternals with Blade, we ain't gonna never find that shit out. You know what I mean? Shit happens all the time. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. But we don't know what's gonna happen in life, man. Nobody expected Kobe to pass away. Shit just happens. I'm not saying I don't want to put no bad juju on nobody. I'm just saying, sometimes we don't need to leave things in the air. Let's just solve it. I'm not saying that, but you never know. Like, Sony and Marvel can start beefing again, and they be like, "Fuck it, we ain't doing no more movies." You never know what's gonna happen. Number 5. Where's J. Jonah Jameson? Where is J. Jonah Jameson, man? He's one of the best parts. So these movies have all these comedic, moments. They try to make the movies funny. And Spider-Man's funny himself. I don't think you need funnier characters to make them funnier. But J. Jonah Jameson's one of the funniest dudes y'all have had in this whole universe, man. Him being wrong about Mysterio, I wanted to see him at least give him, man, that dude get like 4-5 minutes. This doesn't even take that much screen time. I think that he might just be too expensive, though. He might just be too expensive. That's how the movies go. But, 5, 6. The Hand. Why did y'all reduce The Hand to some henchmen's? I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. I was waiting for the Daredevil, Punisher, Kingpin crossover, and we ain't get it. We ain't get it, man. We ain't get it. It's like, come on now. So, you reduce The Hand to some henchmen, and then the final fight, I won't give them credit. The fight was cool. I'm going to rewatch the fight. But it just didn't make any sense for the final battle of this movie to be versus The Hand. I'm like, they had nothing to do with this entire movie until now. You know what I mean? I didn't understand that. Was that 6? We on 7? Hey, Gene, you talk the villain down again. We talking to the villains to solve the fight. We ain't just knocking them the fuck out. Look, I get it's Jean Grey and it's Spider-Man, so that there's some kind of superhero. We got to be nice to each other, even though they always fight and hope. Either way, I'm tired of talking down the villain. Captain America talked down Red Hope, which didn't make any sense. It should have been his daughter. The Thunderbolts, they used the power of friendship and a hug, which was okay. It was executed well, but I was already tired of it. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Shuri and Neymar's like, fuck it. We may be mortal enemies, but let's just talk it out. Fuck it. And Neymar may have you outnumbered, but we're going to talk it out either way. So you talked it out with Jean Grey. I did not like that. And then now we know Spider-Man. I don't know if I don't like this. I don't like it and I do like it. All right. This doesn't bother me as much. This is why it's at the bottom of the list. He's the one who makes the inhibitor chips. So he's going to be the ones who made the collars for the X-Men. That's just out of character. That's so, I get that he didn't mean to do it and it was an accident. But I just don't like that Spider-Man is the guy who's basically enemy number 1 for the mutants starting off. Like damn, bro. Number 9. What are we on number 9? I got VMAX, man. VMAX. Look, I don't mind a surprise. I don't mind a twist. I actually don't hate the logic behind the VMAX surprise. It was cool. I actually like that. But tell me that in the middle of the movie. Don't make me wait to the end of the movie to find out the big surprise was nothing at all. I'll give you an example. Captain America Civil War, when they were like, there's 7 super soldiers. Worse than Bucky. They're coming. There's 7 super soldiers. Worse than Bucky. And then we get to the end of it. Oh, he killed him. Don't worry about it. It's like, wait, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. You hyped that up the whole time. They hyped like VMAX must be the shit to turn these niggas into mutants. Or VMAX must be some kind of mutant suppressor or something. What is VMAX? It's just the vent. It's the vent. It's where she died. And my thing was like, yo, you didn't know your sister was dead this whole time? You could jump body to body. Why she just jumping the main guy, Mr. Millicek's body? I didn't get that. And then 10, I guess there ain't 10 things I don't like about it. We hit 9, all right? So 9 things I ain't like. I didn't have any more complaints. People are mad that Jean was too evil. That doesn't bother me. I think yes, she was a little bit too evil. Jean does have some moral, dilemmas that she does. But I think, I don't mind them taking the characters in different directions. I don't mind Spider-Man making the inhibitor chip, even though that's, kind of out of pocket. I just felt like delivery was too slow. I didn't cry like everybody else did. I was just like, really? We wait for this? But the fighting was fantastic. The webbing was fantastic. The swinging, I felt like I was there doing it. So that was awesome. I thought the fights were great. I just didn't think they made any sense. You got the best Rose Gallery. And Spider-Man is fighting the Hand, and he's fighting the Hulk, and he's fighting Jean Grey. And, damage control is cool, but it would have been better if it was S.H.I.E.L.D. I feel like this movie was kind of out of place. Like, damage control and S.H.I.E.L.D. need to switch places. Like in Far From Home, that should have been damage control that was tricked by Mysterio. It should have been Nick Fury, even though it was a Skrull. But and then Spider-Man becoming his own man. Standing up to Nick Fury would have felt way better than standing up to, Mr. Millicek. Either way, I don't want to be a hater, but I'm being a hater. Y'all tell me I'm crazy. Please, someone tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm missing the point, please. So I understand, because I'm just like, I get that people were going to see the movie and that it's making money, but everybody acting like it's perfect it just blows my mind. It blows my mind. Either way, tell me what you think. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I'm out.
Don't play with my patience. Man, they gone with the flow when they trying to fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip. Ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's time.